Module 15.2, we're going to start introducing time and dates, and that will become more and more important as we're going to be learning the past and future tense as the modules continue. So there's two very simple rules that you will see we're going to be applying throughout all the different ways we look at times and dates. And that is the way we refer to time in the present. So what is the time now or the date now? And how we refer when we speak about a time and date either in the past or in the future. So when we refer to time for the present time, so I want to know what the time is now, or this is the time now, we add ngu to the front, which is a copulative and which means it is. So the way we ask the time, ngubani ixesha, and then when you answer, and we're only going to be using English numerical stems here for the moment, ngu 3, it is 3, or if you want to make a sentence, iti ngu 3, which means it says that it is 3, the watch says that it is 3. But if you want to ask when something happened, or you want to say, I'm going to meet you at a specific time, so you're talking about a time in the future, we're going to add the front nga. And most of our times and dates starts with a u, and that changes therefore to ngo. So just remember, ngo goes into the front of the time. So now we're asking nga bani ixesha, at what time shall we meet, or at what time did it happen? And then you will answer ngo 6 p.m. at 6 p.m. And you'll see this rule we're going to be applying throughout. Now it's lovely to know the days of the week in Xhosa, but when you first get going you can simply use the dates in English. But if you've at least heard them a few times, you can recognize them when Xhosa speakers use them. And again, if you're saying I'll see you on Monday, or it happened last Monday, we're going to add ngo to the front. So you can literally just go ngo Monday, I'll see you on ngo Monday. But if we just look quickly at the Xhosa words, ngomvulo is, vula means open, so it's the first day of the week. Ngolwesibini, and you'll notice that numerical stem bini, it's the second day of the week. Ngolwesithathu, I'll see you on Wednesday, tatu, third day of the week. Ngolwesine, that ne is a fourth day of the week. And then for Friday, ngolwesihlanu, and that hlanu is a 5. Saturday, ngomgqibelo, gqiba is the stem there, the verb stem, which means finish. It's the finish of the week. And then Sunday is the only one that is slightly different, because Sunday is based on the word ikawe, ikawa, which is church. And remember, we're putting a nga in front to that u, so that's why it's either ngo Sunday. But if you've got nga plus that I of ikawa, you get ngekawa, which is I'll see you on Sunday. So when we want to say, when somebody asks you what is the day today, then you would say it is Monday, and ngumvulo. And here's our only little exception. The ngu will be for all the days of the week except Sunday again. So it is Sunday is yikawa. And don't worry too much about where that yi suddenly appears from. It's from something called the copulative. It has to do with the fact that the word starts with an I and not with a u. There are some very beautiful names for Xhosa for the months of the year. It's not worthwhile learning. I think most people will recognize the English Xhosalized versions. And it's again the same thing. If you ask somebody what month are we in at the moment, ngu, January, to say this month. And if you want to say I'll see you in February, or you next need to come in February, ngo February. And you can see I've got the names of the years there, which is the Xhosalized versions of the English names of the year. When we actually want to ask which year we are in, and again the same thing, to ask what the year is now, is ngubani, also personalized, unyaka ngoku, which year is it now, and ngu 2020, useful for our doctors with our mini mental examinations. But if you want to say we will meet again in 2021, again sobonana ngo will be added to the front of that. I've summarized here the common phrases of saying something happened last week, last month, or last year, or to come back or do something next week, next month, or next year. And what they have done is they've taken the word pelile, which means finished, and epelileo is therefore a derivative of that verb that means last. So in this example, if you're asking somebody when did it start, kuqale kwiveki epelileo. So that e referring to that iveki. If you want to say last month, kuqale kwinyanga epelileo, it started last month, or it started last year, kuqala kunyaka opelileo. And the reason why there's an or there is because it's referring to the u of the unyaka for year. If we now want to go into the future, it's the same principle. And remember, za means to go. Izayo means then that which is coming, or next, the word for next. So if you want to ask somebody to come back on a specific date, buya kuleveki izayo, come back next week, ngo, and then you might say Monday, or if you want to give a date or a time. Return next month on buya kulinyanga izayo ngo, and again you might give a date. Or if it's next year, buya kulonyaka ozayo ngo, and again that o is just referring to the kulonyaka. And you literally can just learn these phrases, and it's also useful to listen out for them when you're asking somebody a question about when something, for example, started. This last slide is simply vocabulary, just useful to memorize. Izolo for yesterday, ngoku for now, ngomso for tomorrow. And then when you want to refer to, for example, something happening on or during the weekend, or how was your weekend, ngempelaveki. If you want to refer to things happening during the week, ngeveki. Word for sometimes, ngamanye amaxesha. Someday, ngenye imini. And then very useful if you want to ask somebody to do something every day, ntsuku zonke. It is useful to know all these time phrases and date phrases well, as they're often in reply to questions that we ask other people, and we need to be able to recognize them.